Aloha. It's Ronnie Margolis with the Margolis team and eXp Realty here on the beautiful Garden Island. And I want to wish you and your family a healthy, happy, and prosperous new year. Hope this message finds you well. Today, we're going to be highlighting the year 2023 in review, taking a look at December's numbers as the year ended, talk a little bit about 2024 and what my crystal ball, or whether clear or cloudy, anticipates will be happening based on the information that's available to me, what Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Redfin, Zillow, all of the experts and economists from the National Association of Realtors on down have to say about what we anticipate in 2024. So with that being said, let's get into the numbers. I want to take a look at a bigger view and not just dig into December, but take a look at this particular chart. This is the entire island chain, right? So my team is now part of a larger team on the islands, and we can take care of you on each and every island with expert partners that know the markets really, really well. Of course, our urban market is in Oahu, and that's where Honolulu is. And you can see, of course, the largest number of sales. But take a look at the difference between the peak of the market, kind of 21 into 22, where we had over 12,000 sales there, and down 37% to 2023. Similar on the Big Island and Maui, and here on our Garden Island, we had 1,629 sales in 2021. And only 707 sales for the entire island. So not even 60 transactions a month. And that's condominiums, land, single family homes, commercial. It's the whole shebang. And let's take a look at where the market is today. So as of the end of December, you can see that listings are up slightly from 2021, right? There's a little bit more activity. Here on Kauai, we kind of moved from a low in the 2021s, and then in 22, we got up close to 300, and we moved up maybe 10, not quite 15%. As of the end of 2023, there were 354 current active listings for sale, and another 150 to 175 pending transactions, some contingent on loans and inspections, and some cash sales with no contingencies. And despite the inventory growing slightly, it's not nearly enough to make an impact on the market dynamics. So the demand still continues to outpace the supply, and that means we're not seeing any erosion in price. We're seeing a deceleration, lower, how shall I say that? Less appreciation than we've seen the last couple of years, but we haven't seen anything to say the market's going to tank, the market's going to crash. With interest rates starting to come down over the last 4 to 6 weeks, we're seeing a little bit more buyer activity. Certainly December was a lot more robust than November was. And let's take a look at even further back. So just to give you a sense of kind of what normal markets might be here in the state of Hawaii. So this is comparing to 2015 now. So going back 9 years, right, to where we are currently. And that was a much more normal market. But even compared to that, before this incredible sort of post-COVID or during COVID feeding frenzy, the market is still much smaller in terms of what's available to a buyer, particularly in the island chain, the least amount compared to 2015 on Kauai, 30% less sales. And same thing on listings. So yes, 354 is an upward trend, but look at 9 years ago, 945 properties for sale. Now, one more view. Let's take a look at the dollar volume. These are the numbers from our MLS, just published this week. And this shows you the number of transactions, the median price, the dollar volume. And of course, we covered the fact that there's a much lower number of transactions. But if we scroll down here and take a look, this is the sales volume, right? And it's divided into the different category types: residential, vacant land, commercial, or multifamily. In the same class, condominiums and businesses. And you can see no businesses sold in December. And well, anyway, of 2022, the sale of businesses is a small amount of our volume. But here's what I want to point out. The dollar volume in single family sales was close to $1 billion in 2022, less a 50% decline, almost $500 million less traded hands. And those are for single family homes. Condo sales were also down. Land sales were also down. And if we scroll down and take a look at the median sales price, you can see that the median price went down just a little bit from the end of 2022 to the end of 2023, but it really didn't move much. And this isn't so much a reflection of what is the pricing like of homes. It's more telling us where is the average price point of homes. So in some areas of the island, particularly on the west side and the east side, like Kauai, there's been a little bit more inventory. And so those homes, very modest homes that are priced way over $1 million, they're starting to come back a little bit. But in general, pricing is pretty stable. And, you know, if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling, it's still a fantastic time. You can get top dollar. There are more demand than there is supply in our market. And the person that's looking for your style of property will pay a fair price, and you can get a great result. I can assure you of that, especially if you price it right with us. If you're a buyer, interest rates have come down from almost 8% down into the mid to high sixes. And it's anticipated, if you study the mortgage sites, that that may slide back a little bit during the year. The Feds may start cutting the interest rate rather than just not changing it. However, if you're a buyer and you're sitting on the fence and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to just wait for the market to crash, my crystal ball says that's very unlikely to happen. So those are my 2 cents on what may happen in 2024. Obviously, my team and I are here to serve you. If you've got any questions about what's going on in our market or a particular property type, of course, we're happy to go out and do a virtual showing if you're not on the island. And any one of my teammates would be happy to work with you. If you just want to talk about island life or what's involved in buying property, the difference between fee simple and leasehold, what kind of loans are available for investment properties and vacation rentals, we've got those answers. And of course, if you ask us a question and we don't know the answer, we are committed to finding that answer for you. So have a great 2024. Let us know how we can assist you. I'm Ronnie Margolis, the Margolis team with eXp Realty here on Kauai. And we'll talk to you soon. Aloha.